Core, presented by Traction, welcomes you to Talladega, Alabama, the virtual Talladega Super Speedway, as we get set to go for the Talladega 250, presented by Alex Daigle.
Look at that logo.
Glad to have you along. What?
Look at that logo.
Yeah, it's the same logo they've used since the first season. Has not changed at all. The track, the name, nothing. Nonetheless, glad to have you along for the ride, everybody. Jacob Hitt, Sean Butler, Kevin McAdams with you for the call. Zach Johnson is our producer. And I realized I was getting an echo because I was hearing myself through the stream. Nonetheless, Sean's on the racetrack.
You can see him right there.
Yeah, we were planning on something a little bit different with Vargas and them, but Vargas isn't here. So Sean's on the racetrack, and what does he do? He puts it on pole. He's still joining us on the broadcast, and we'll probably throw it to him a lot, especially when he's 4 wide. But he's out on the racetrack. I'm going to go through the rest of the grid in just a moment. But, Kevin, we kind of learned watching these cars through practice that they're a little bit different from what we've seen in these cars on the plate tracks before. Not quite the same in the air.
Yeah, a little bit of unknowns. It looks like, just like you said, looking at practice, there's a couple characteristics we see akin to what we see in real life. A little bit of side drafting going on, a little bit of a bubble between the cars, and it seems the cars are a little bit slower. Estimated speeds for qualifying were about 175 miles an hour by themselves, about 185, 190 in the draft. So a lot of questions that need to be answered, and we'll be watching these guys trying to figure it out as they go. Got 70 laps to be able to do it.
70 laps are up on the board. Let's go through our starting grid for tonight's race. Sean Butler, his first and last core start, lines up in pole position. Justin Malillo, the winner from Daytona, lines up to his outside. That caps off row 1. Row number 2, Trey Normile in the 85 with Ian Plash up on the outside. He had a strong car back in Daytona, even though that was with the ARCA cars. Lowell Lasnaka, who won in the fall brawl at Daytona, lines up in position number 5. And Brian LaPrade, your point leader, lines up to his outside. Anthony Alfredo making his first core start this season. He's in the 38 tonight. He lines up P7. Keenan Kusan lines up to his outside in P8. And then row number 5, Davin Cornelius in the 77, throwing it back to the days of NASCAR Heat 4 video game paint booth and that ugly 77 Mountain Dew purple pink mess question mark nation thing with Gabe Wood to his outside. That's your top 10. Kevin?
Justin Champagne will roll off on the inside of row 6. Teammate to Gabe Wood, Case Collenbach, he'll roll off in 12th. Cisco Scaramuza and Team Rick 86, a little bit of a number change for him. He rolls off in 13th. Rusty Walrus, he'll be rolling off 14th. Hopefully he'll keep it out of the wall watching us tonight. Rolling off 15th, Cody Hicken and that HendrickCars.com Chevrolet. Michael Cozy Jr. making his return after a little bit of a hiatus. He rolls off on the outside of row 8. Michael Frisch, but basically you got 2 of the best super speedway drivers right next to each other. You got Michael Frisch in 17th and Dylan Kem, both moon car extraordinaires. They're going to be rolling off on the 9th row. Rolling off on the 10th row, you got David Schildhouse and our favorite Cosmin Yonishu in 20th.
Sean, you're on the front row. Final thoughts from you as you get set to take the green flag.
Well, just want to keep this thing clean. We have a fast repair that we don't want to use, and hopefully make this thing a fun race to watch for everybody, and maybe we'll put this thing in our only in the victory lane and our only core start. We'll see. I
got a question real quick before we go green, Sean.
I could talk more racing. Maybe. You want me to try it?
You should try it.
All right, we're going
try
green.
It right
here we
now.
go.
All right, here we go. Green flag is in the air, and we are underway from Talladega. The Talladega 250 in the core is green, and some stacking up there on the outside line as everybody trying to make their way up through the gears, but they're going to make it, and everybody's double wide headed to turn 2.
And Sean Butler
one, as we like to call it.
Sean Butler pulls this inside line. First 2 cars now clear. Normile follows him on that inside. Here comes Justin Malillo with the push from Ian Plash. Going to be seeing a lot of that tonight, Jacob. A lot of pushing, a lot of shoving. And the first thing we see, there goes Sean to the outside. 3 wide for the lead already. Justin Malillo to the middle.
That was quick. Of course, Malillo won the Daytona 250 earlier this year. Now he's stuck in the middle. He's got Briar LaPrade right behind him, but instead Trey Normile, who won at Daytona a season ago, he winds up in the lead as they come rocketing off turn to number 4, coming back to the stripe. You've got Lowell there in second, Anthony Alfredo third on the bottom line, but leading lap number 1 going to be the 85 Trey Normile.
Normile keeping that safe low line move so far. Butler went to the outside as I told him to, and it has not worked. He has now fallen back outside the top 10 for the moment, was leading that third lane. Now it's going to converge back to the middle line. Meanwhile, on that outside line, the number 35 of Briar LaPrade gives Malillo a little bit of a shove. He clears him to the inside. Let's see if Malillo takes that inside line. So far, keeping that second lane strong, and here comes Butler to get that third lane moving. Got Gabe Wood right in front of him. Big checkup.
Oh, big push in the outside line. Cozy's around, and he saves it. Cozy got body, got run into from behind by Michael P. Frisch, and Cozy does an incredible job of hanging onto the race car. They all had to lift on the outside line, including Sean. The Team Rick cars piled in, and then Cozy just got punted.
And it looks like not only did he sustain a little bit of damage to the front and the rear, it looks like Travis Brown, his teammate in the Club Jerky 01 Ford, he has a little bit of front end damage. We'll see how much that affects them. Meanwhile, 3x3 racing already out of turn 2, and someone's pulling off. That's Hicken, but Gabe Wood has that outside line rolling with Butler. They're going to the lead.
This isn't going to end well, guys. They are 3 wide for the lead on lap number 3. I guess they're doing it for Dale, but remember we got 70 laps in total here tonight. The first stage break is lap number 20. I'm not sure we're going to even make it to lap 5 at this rate. 3 wide for the lead. Malillo downstairs, Wood upstairs, and you got LaPrade in the middle.
Looks like that third lane can definitely make its way to the front. Right now, Gabe at the line does have the lead. Never mind, Briar LaPrade by 0.02 of a second on that very bottom side has the push from Malillo. They did a little bit of swap on that inside. Meanwhile, you got the number 03. He's kind of stuck in the middle. That's Keenan Kusan getting a push from, I believe that's the number 23 of Champaign. And
that's Alfredo, actually.
Oh, it is Alfredo. He had 2 23s tonight. He's getting a huge shove. Looks like an Hour Motorsports looking design, maybe a preview for 2022 for Anthony, as he shoves the 03 of Kusan to the front.
Frisch third in line there. He's got a significant amount of damage to the back end of that race car for when that outside line checked up a couple of laps ago. As they bring it around here through the front straightaway and down into the tri-oval. Gabe Wood on the outside line. Going to try and lead this lap, and he will. And Cozy comes over the radio and says his car, well, he's pretty much broke. He's lost the lead pack for the most part here.
Yeah, fortunately, there is going to be a stage break at lap 20. As you can see, him and Rusty off maybe about 2 or 3 seconds from the leader. And he's going to need a push to stay in this lead pack. But he still has a fast repair. I don't know if he's going to want to use it this early. You might want to wait until the last stage to do that. Meanwhile, the number 25, that's a Snaka. He gets out of that inside line, and that actually slows down that very inside groove. And that allows Alfredo. He pushed Kusan to the front. Kusan went to the bottom, and now that leaves Alfredo for the lead.
Yeah, the inside line kind of pulled the rug out from underneath. First, it was Normile that backed out. Then Lowell backed out. So the inside line had nothing left, and that allowed the outside 2 lanes to surge. And that's put Anthony Alfredo now in this lead spot as we complete lap number 5. Here comes Kusan back with a run on the bottom.
And Briar, once again, is just shoving whoever is in front of him. He's really good at these super speedways. We'll see him in the 2022 Coke Series over on the iRacing Twitch side of things. But right now, he's looking for the lead up front. Kusan once again gets another shove. And it seems like we'll see, if you can get to the front, you might want to give the guy behind you a little bit of a break. Engines do get hot pretty quickly at these super speedways, so you'll want to make sure you help your friends out. Don't overheat their engines. Meanwhile, Joey Stone, right in front of Frisch, he's trying to make the third lane move, nearly hits the wall through the tri-oval. And here comes Briar LaPrade for the lead. Him and Alfredo, teammates for the lead.
That got scary. Gabe Wood falls back there on the outside line. How about Travis Brown in the middle? He's back. And we were kind of hoping that he was going to make an appearance here tonight at Talladega. And here he is, now second on the inside line, about to lead the inside line as Alfredo decides to hang in the middle. Kusan's going to pull out a line, and he's just going to ride around in the apron. Remember, you can use the apron, but he's going to back out of it. And here comes Alfredo for the lead 3 wide.
LaPrade loses a ton of momentum down the backstretch. That'll back up the middle lane about 2 or 3 car lengths. Owen pulled out of turn 2 to get to that third lane in front of Joey Stone. He's looking for the top spot. Alfredo goes back to the middle to work with his teammate LaPrade. That allows Melillo to have an opportunity for the top spot. Has David Schildhouse pushing him, but right now that third lane's moving right up against the wall.
Gary Owen to the front, pushed from Joey Stone. And you got to wonder how well these cars can manage the heat. The air temp pretty hot, and you don't want to overcook these things too much and wind up with a blown motor. You only get one faster pair. You don't want to have to spend it on fixing a motor. You don't really want to have to spend it at all, but you'd rather spend it on a wrecked race car toward the end than a blown motor before the end of stage 1. There you see the air temp. As Justin Melillo back out in front there on the inside, and Alfredo is going to get turned. He saved it.
Pratt got a little bit too far on the left side. That stretch scatters the entire field. You got Team Rick trying to do something on that inside line, backing up a little bit there. That's Scaramuza and Kusan, I believe, trying to just get out of harm's way, get out of Dodge. And that really spreads out the rest of the pack back to now 2x2, a little bit calmer racing. That allows the number 20 of Schildhouse. We haven't talked about him so far in this early evening. He's in that TobyChristie.com number 20. Very bright. There it is. Trying to battle with Melillo, and you got more. It's just so many different people going back and forth. It's almost like 200-mile-an-hour musical chairs. You'll have someone that's up front. They'll get jostled to the back, and then you got someone new at the front.
Sean, how you doing back there? P21.
Doing all right. It was getting a little hairy up there. We made the third lane work, and then more people decided to hop up there, and it kind of killed the momentum of it. But it's looking kind of tame right now, and I'm going to say that, and they're going to wreck. But, it's been one of the more safer Talladega races I remember being in.
There's still a long way to go. 9 laps complete. As David Schildhouse is going to go to the front. We've got a lot of Monday night race action. Melillo on the inside, Schildhouse up top getting pushed by Alfredo. All 3 featured Monday Night Racing, plus Case Calla back in the 84 there in that Red Bull thing. He pulls out a line. I guess is that a Red Bull thing? Maybe.
Is it an Air Spanky?
That's Air Spanky, right? Yep. As Schildhouse goes to the lead, clear down low.
Side by side for the lead once again. Here comes Alfredo and LaPrade just working that draft. Teammates down to the outside line. Melillo goes back with David Schildhouse. They swapped positions before about 2 laps ago. Schildhouse pushed Melillo to the top spot. Now he's trying to get an assist from the 53 Traction.GG Ford Mustang. Meanwhile, here comes that second lane once again. Alfredo back to the top spot. He goes to the bottom to give LaPrade a little bit of a break to that front radiator. And now it's going to be a 2-car draft with Travis Brown straggling in that second line.
Halfway to the stage break here at Talladega, Anthony Alfredo continues to lead in his first start on the season. Wouldn't that be something if he could go to victory lane? Points battle we got to keep an eye on, though. Remember, Brian LaPrade and Michael P. Frisch were separated by just 2 points coming into these final 3 races of the season. LaPrade's in second. Frisch is back in P10.
And Jacob, we have stage points on the line. 5 points down to 1 for first through fifth. And with that damage on that number 58, it might hinder him from being able to get up here. It seems like he's barely hanging on this inside line. Meanwhile, you got Brian LaPrade. He's battling for the lead. He takes the lead. He goes back to the inside to work with his teammate. And Anthony Alfredo, the 94 Plash, almost hits him through the corner. And that got really tight in the middle of 1 and 2.
Here comes Travis Brown to the outside with help from Normile. Sean's going to go to the middle, and Travis almost winds up on his roof.
And that once
so, Sean,
again,
why'd you go for the middle there?
Well, I kind of saw them starting to think about going to the top again, and I felt the bad bump coming, and sure enough, I was right.
But, I mean, if you stayed in the middle when Travis wrecked, you would have wound up wrecked, right?
Travis is a good enough driver to where I think he can make that save. I put my trust in Travis, so it paid off. I don't know if it's going to pay off again, but we'll see. Hopefully not.
How about this move to the outside 3 wide? That going to pay off for you?
I'm just doing stuff. You know, I see Frisch back there. He'll go up there with me if I want to. I think he'll be fine. We'll give it a try here. Let's see.
Damage to the back end of the race car. Here they go to the outside as Alfredo continues to lead in that middle line.
Oh, Plash thinks about going to that third lane. Doesn't have enough time to do it. Here comes Butler and Frisch by themselves in tandem on that third line on the very outside next to the wall. You got LaPrade and Alfredo controlling the inside lines. Teammates controlling those 2 lines. Meanwhile, here comes Sean Butler to the lead. And if this is a preview for lap 20, that's a good idea for Frisch to do that because he needs all the points he can with LaPrade leading up front.
Here comes Travis Brown as well, third in the outside line with Normile right behind. You got Team Rick there in the middle line, separated by Justin Champagne. But you've got Alfredo and Brian LaPrade out in front. Schildhouse pushing LaPrade. That's Ian Plash pushing Alfredo.
Got another
Alfredo.
Sorry, I got a question for Sean. Is the side draft important? Does it seem important right now? It doesn't seem, you know, it's more like the conventional old style. Oh, they're pitting.
We got pit stops. Yeah, that's Colin Bach, Gabe Wood, and Cody Hicken all coming to pit road, as well as Cosman. I thought they could make it to the end. I was told it was going to be close on fuel. But I'm pretty... Oh, Alfredo gets turned by Breyer. Schildhouse gets into it. Davin Cornelius, Travis Brown, all involved in turn 1. Caution's out. Big crash. Lowell through the grass. Travis Brown with damage. Davin with damage. The whole front clip gone on Travis Brown. Joey Stone, his front end all torn up, and the caution's out for the first time tonight.
We'll get a replay here. There's multiple drivers involved, and this is a greatly timed caution for the guys that just pitted. They'll come out as the leaders as we approach the end of stage 1. We'll get a replay from Zach, and it looks like, Jacob, we saw earlier where LaPrade got to the left-hand side of the 23 before, and once again did the same exact thing in the middle of 1 and 2, hooked that 23 in the middle of the pack, and that left cars everywhere, either hitting them or getting involved or barely avoiding this accident.
Could be a whole lot worse. Other than Travis getting bodied right there, the damage isn't all that bad throughout the whole field, but I'm sure none of these guys wanted to wreck as we go on board with Melillo here, as he gets a great view.
Joey Stone also got a piece of it. He had nowhere to go.
Yep.
There's Joey. How would you like to see this happening in front of you?
Quick, name that game.
Avoided one, but not the other.
He had a hole, it just faded away. Somehow Rusty got lapped. So he got a wave around to get back on the lead lap. 25 drivers here, all 25 back on the lead lap now. As we are under caution, we're going to have a restart. Inside 5 to go here in stage 1. Pits are open. Little fakery up at the front, but most of the field is coming.
Wonder if with this caution they can barely make it on fuel. We'll have to see if that pays off, because they do have to go on a couple pace laps after the stage end. But that's going to have a couple new drivers up at the front. 3 of the 4 drivers that stayed out in the top 5, all Team Rick. So you got 3 of the top 5 that stayed out, all Team Rick. You got a couple other people. You got Justin Champagne that stayed out, I believe. That's Lula Snaka that stayed out. Case Collenbach. I believe he actually pitted. He was one of the drivers that actually came in.
Sean, were you going to make it on fuel before that caution flag?
Yep. Believe it or not, we were.
I wonder if this is a strategy call.
Zach, where's my car?
Who is that? Who is that?
That's me. Zach, where's my car? Zach.
Uh-oh.
Producer
So
Zach
he
Johnson.
He refreshed trading paints, and now this is what you get.
There it is.
There we go.
Marshmallows on the racetrack. Here we go.
The Michelin Men.
everywhere. That's two.
Wow.
That's two jokes that we've thought of at the same time. But I wonder if this call was so they didn't have to worry about pitting on the stage and then leapfrog the field and worry about not getting lapped. Because I mean, you probably can get fuel only and not get lapped.
Oh yeah, easily.
So I mean, I still don't know the window. I'm curious on what the window is, but
I don't think anyone's going to take tires at any point in this race because Talladega is so, you guys know, Talladega is so forgiving on tires that you could probably just get away with taking fuel only the whole race. So I would try that. I mean, I can imagine a few of these other guys are going to try that as well. We've lost Jacob Hitz.
No, I'm
No.
sorry. I was pulling an Evan Pasoko and looking at Twitter. We should get one to green here this time by. We will have a restart then with 2 to go in stage 1. The question is, do they make it before crashing? Back to the white flag. Davin is still on pit road. Can we get a word with Davin Cornelius, please? Somebody? Anybody? Still on pit road working on the car. He did not take his faster pair, and he's about to pay the price. He didn't take the faster pair. What happened?
I can't take the faster pair. I can't afford it at this point. I can get my laps back, but I don't know. Not really many places for me to go. Kind of got involved in the wreck. Joey refused to acknowledge that the wreck was happening, wanted to plow in and pop my engine. So even after he hit me, he refused to hit the brakes. He just kept on coming. So yeah, I'm gonna be laps down, but that's fine. We'll get him back. Car's broke, but as long as we can get somewhere decently at the end, that's what matters.
I suppose not what you needed as far as points are concerned, considering, you've got to catch the 35 of Brian LaPrade and the 58 of Michael P. Frisch. Needed a good run, and here you are, down but not out early on.
Yeah, we'll do what we can.
Well, Davin, thanks for talking to us. Hopefully things get better. Can we talk about that paint scheme for a second for those in the audience that may not know what abomination you're driving tonight?
Listen, I haven't won a race since the day I switched away from this paint scheme. So if there's anything, I thought it'd bring me good luck, but I guess not so much in the first run here. But if there's anything that's going to bring us back to victory lane, got to bring this paint scheme back.
All right, well, thanks.
I apologize to anyone that has to look at it. It's not pretty, but it was never meant to be.
That's what I get for guessing it when you're going to stop talking. Best of luck here at TT. And is all the damage fixed, or are you just going to fix it here after the caution for the stage?
Look at this car. Is all the damage fixed? This thing's still broke.
looks the same to me.
I wasn't sure if it was iRacing or...
All right.
You never know. All right. Good luck.
Yeah, y'all have fun.
Yep. Thank you, Davin. We'll send him back on his way. 2 laps to go on the restart. Ian Plash, Justin Champagne are on the front row. It's Team Rick, positions 1, 3, and 4. Are they going to pull a Stuart Haas here and just team up on everybody?
No.
Have to wait and see. Oh, Sean says no.
I'm going to say no. One of them's going to be in it for themselves, and they're just going to ruin the plan.
Are you going to go up there and just bulldoze them out of the way?
Oh, no. I'm back in 22nd. I got a front row seat for this.
Okay. Good enough. Here's Plash and Champagne into the trial for the restart. 2 laps to settle stage number 1. Pace car is in. He's been in for a while now. Green flag.
Oh, big stack up. Once again, it seems like these guys that run this outside line, Plash did it, Sean did it earlier. It just creates a huge stack up in the middle of the field. But that allows them to get away. Top 2 of Team Rick have already pulled off, and they're clear of the top side.
Oh, we got people shuffling. Joey Stone's on the apron. Another car on the apron. Cosman's down there. I don't know what they're doing in the back. Here comes Cozy. He's making passes down there. Remember, that's legal. I believe that was Dylan Kem I saw on the apron. So, the big 3 and me here at the front. The 3 Team Rick cars. And then you got Lula Snaka coming around to the last lap here in stage number 1. Cisco looking to the outside, the 86. He's got help from Champagne. It's Ian Plash leading with Keenan Kusan in second. Here comes Travis Brown up the middle, 3 wide, coming on the last lap on the stage.
Oh, God, there was not a lane there, and he forced it through. And that's going to allow Fred. Oh.
Alfredo and Gabe Wood. Champagne blinks. He's back. Coming around, down the back straightaway. Here they go. Champagne is sideways. He's blinking. I think they're good. Get the hamster to start running on the wheel. Here comes Travis Brown to the outside with help from Frisch. Looking for the lead. Lowell looks to the bottom. Where's he going to go? Keenan slams the door. Here comes Breyer. 3 wide to the outside. Coming to the stage. What's the Kevin McAdams line? They turn their brains off. Coming to the stage wins. Yep. Well, here they come. Off turn number 4. Cody looks to the apron. He backs out of it. Ian and Travis side by side. Here comes Lowell down on the apron. There's contact. Cozy gets into Breyer, and Travis Brown wins stage 1 at Talladega.
And the stage results are very important. Frisch gets second, Plash third, Breyer is fourth. We are now tied for the lead in the points.
Wow.
I was worried about Frisch, but him and Brown just flew through the middle, and then LaPrade and Alfredo came from the back, and I thought they were out to lunch as far as the stage. Got a huge shove on the second to final lap of the stage on lap 20, and Breyer damn near won the stage there on that third lane, but that is incredibly important for the rest of the race and the rest of the season, because every point seems to count at this point for the championship.
Sean, how'd you do, buddy? Where'd you finish?
Came across the line in 23rd.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, it's gonna hurt your season.
I know, it's gonna kill us.
Hey, look at Cosman there.
You know the guy who came across the line way earlier than I did? Travis Brown now joins us in the booth, Jacob.
Yeah. Well, how about those big meaty moves to get you the stage 1?
Yeah, I lost my quick repair on the first yellow, and I told him, God, where is the pace car? I told him, I said, I'm going 10th to first, and I'm winning this thing, and by God, I did it. I had Michael Frisch behind me, so I knew we'd be good. And yeah, I just didn't really – I actually did lift a couple of times because I thought we were going to wreck, but we made it work.
What's the plan now for the rest of the race? You're going to try and keep the nose clean since you've already used your fast repair? You're just going to say hell with it? And
yeah, I'm going to send it. I'm playing a drinking game. Every caution I have to take a shot, so hang on.
Oh, brother.
All right, we got that out of the way. Oh, fuck.
All right.
All right.
What we need is a camera on you for each one of those shots. Pull you up during the caution flag.
Yeah, it's a good time, but we're rocking, we're rolling, and I think we're going to win this race, if I'm being honest with you. In my unbiased opinion, I think I'm going to win this race.
That's the spirit.
Yeah, I'm calling a shot. You love to see it. Get out there, go get him here to stage 3 the rest of this thing. Best of luck.
Hell yeah.
That's Travis Brown, your stage 1 winner. We do have a couple more onboards to show you involving the faces of people. It's the same folk that we've seen before. Justin Malillo in the 53.
What's Justin wearing?
I don't think he's doing anything crazy.
I don't know. That's not Justin.
That's
I know you. Not Justin. There's Justin.
This is normal attire.
What's on the background here this time, guys? Is that still
more rowdy? The rowdy collection is growing.
On the television, I mean, back behind him, the monitor. There was a traction stream before. Now it's a person talking into a microphone.
I don't know what that is.
Do we want to bring him up and ask him? Oh, he's got gloves on.
Oh, he's got the gloves from Martin Sports.
Is that the Shenandoah Shine gloves?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Him and Cosman won those gloves. They're pretty nice.
Yeah.
They're nice.
So, what's on the screen behind you tonight?
Oh, that's a great question. Oh, you're really gonna make me look. Looks like it's John Monroe, who is a Traction contributor for the video team, and it looks like he's playing some type of. Is it a Assetto Corsa Competizione? I'm not sure.
Yeah, how do you feel about sweeping the plate tracks here tonight? What are your thoughts? Hey, you never know. I mean, I think somebody should pick you tonight to win this race. There's
I
got to
would
be.
pick me.
That's
bad
correct.
pick.
If anything, if we're going to pick you, we're going to pick you to finish second by 2 inches because that's been the rut that you've been stuck in these last couple of weeks. Let's
fair.
break it tonight, shall we?
Yeah, that sounds about right. I'll take second place by 0.001 tonight.
Ugh.
Lock it in.
All right. Well, there you have it. I'd love to see the over/under, the betting line on that. Here for tonight, Justin. Thanks for talking to us, and perhaps we'll talk to you later on.
Hopefully. Talk to you later.
All right. Let's make sure to get Justin out of the booth so I'm not yelling in his ear on the restart here. There we go. All right. Thank you. We also have Jonathan Cadell, who I've been promised that some point during a green flag run down the back straightaway, he's going to shotgun a beer for us.
He's inside now.
His new digs. He's out of the garage.
He's out of the garage. He's not playing on a Samsung tablet and a controller tonight.
Would that blinking flag light annoy you if you had? I think that would annoy me if I had that.
Yeah, I agree.
Another Shenandoah shine. That's a hat. They're everywhere.
Taking over the world.
I finished 6th in S-Rock yesterday at Rockingham, by the way. That's 2 straight top 10 finishes for me.
There you go.
Proud of myself.
Your favorite track, Rockingham?
Yes. Started
track on the service.
Started 20th and drove up to 6th against some of the best drivers on the service. I'll take it. Producer Zach Johnson just asks all these questions, while we're just talking out loud.
I didn't hear anything.
Yeah. There goes Sean. You didn't hear it, but Sean did boop. All right. Thanks, Zach. All right, so getting ready here for the restart. We will have inside 20 laps to go in this second stage. This second stage is also 20 laps, so we go to lap 40. And then we have the final 30 laps to set the tone here for this race here at Talladega. The Talladega 250 presented by Alex Daigle. So Pace Truck is in. Rusty Walrus and Ian Plasher on the front row. Rusty was a lap down at some point, and now here he is out in front and leading this race.
From wave around to leader.
What could go wrong? Pace car is in. Here they come to the restart zone. Green flag stage 2.
Come on, Rusty, get to the bottom. There we go. Ian Plash once again on that inside line, clear of the 59. Big stack up on the inside. LaPrade, Snaka, and Malillo. Big stack up on that bottom. Rusty to the top. He's saying, I'm going to go back to where I probably belong. Going back to the back. Hang out. He's in the wall. He's in the wall again.
Keep it up there. Keep watching the broadcast. Come on, Rusty. Yes. We're good.
Crisis averted, I think.
He hit the wall 3 times on the backstretch. Unprovoked.
Somebody get some dude wipes to Anthony Alfredo quick. He's going to need them. My, oh my.
For the field.
Yeah, especially the outside line. He about took out, I think, at least 2/3 of Team Rick there. Wow. Speaking of Team Ricky and Plash, he's back out in front. He leads. He's going to go to the outside. It's going to open the door for Breyer on the inside with help from Lowell.
Sneaks his way back to the second lane. Big push from Alfredo down the back. Here comes the third lane by himself. Butler, no help on that third lane. Side-by-side battle still for the lead. Tandems for the first 3 rows, it looks like. Now down to 2. Top 4 spots side-by-side dead even. Brown looking to make that second lane work even more. Alfredo gives Plash a shove and almost does the same thing that LaPrade did to him about 5 laps ago.
Deja vu for those of you up at the front. As here comes Sean with help from Champagne. Justin Champagne, not Kevin. Here comes Travis Brown, though. Outside, 3 wide, no help. He's going to get to the outside of Alfredo, and now looks like Sean's going to be the one to pick him up.
And I would say Travis Brown is definitely an eye for talent at the super speedways. Hosts Moon Car damn near every night, knows who's going to be at the front every single week and every single day. So he knows where to get the pushes from. Got a big shove from Frisch to get the stage win. Now he's getting the shove from Sean Butler. Those guys probably have about 50 or so combined wins in the Moon Car series, depending on the car. Right now, he's now battling for the second position. Plash goes back to the bottom to cover the spot from Briar LaPrade. And then you got Alfredo back in the middle. He's going to go with Alfredo. There goes Brown for the lead.
Here he comes, the inside line. Schauger to try and lead that outside line with help from Champagne and now Gabe Wood. But Travis goes to the middle, and he's not playing around. He wants the lead, and he wants it every lap.
Plash doing a really good job of covering both lines. LaPrade pulls out for now, get a little bit of air to that engine, hang out in the back. That allows the second lane of Brown and Alfredo to take the lead. Let's see if Brown stays on the top side. He does not. That actually stacks up the third lane. Normile gets checked up. He covers Sean Butler. They fall back. And here comes Team Rick back on the outside. Kusain to the top. Scaramuza still in the middle.
All I heard was Travis screaming over the radio during some of that as he goes to the middle to try and block Plash. Now Plash stays in the middle. Travis goes down low to try and pick up Justin Malillo. 4 wide, middle of the pack. Back to 3 wide. Plash goes back to the lead. He's going to use Lowell just for a moment. And now Lowell's stuck leading the outside line.
Case Collenbach went to the inside apron. By the way, no yellow line rule here at Core, I believe. We didn't have one at Daytona, so I figured, maybe we'll do the same thing. He went low, had to check up for a little bit. Back at the front, Lowell Snaka tries to go for the top spot. He falls back with no help on that second lane. Brown gets another shove from Anthony Alfredo. He goes back to the bottom. Deja vu from a lap ago. Let's see if Plash does the same thing he did last lap. Let's see if he goes back to the middle.
Oh, they're going to wash up. Oh, Plash to the bottom. It works. Broke the ankles of Travis Brown. Brown's going to now lead the middle with help from Alfredo. As Cozy has joined this pack. He's inside the top 10, getting pushed by Sean. How's the damage look on the 99, Sean?
It's pretty bad. On the back, it's crinkled like all hell, but hey, he's making it work somehow.
Off turn 2, Travis continues to lead, and I have a feeling these guys are going to fan out once they get to the backstretch here.
Approaching 11 to go.
Travis to the bottom. Alfredo says he's going to blow up. So he got him some fresh air, and now he's going to try and take it all the way to the lead. Oh, he's going to get turned. He saved it.
Got to put some grease on that rear end of that 23. It's a little too grippy back there.
Whew. Well, that was close. Got everybody to pay attention. There's no doubt about it. 11 laps to go in stage 2.
Big checkup gives a chance of that third lane to develop. Butler and Asnaka so far. Collenbach gets a little bit squirrely on the inside. I believe Cozy got a piece of him into turn 1. He's still all over the place in that Air Spanky Chevrolet. All over the back end of Malillo. Here comes Alfredo looking to get the momentum once again on that second lane. Scaramuza all over the back end of him. Dylan Kem now getting into the mix. We haven't talked about him all night long. He's now third on that second lane in the factory setup Chevrolet. And now Butler back in the middle.
Through 3 and 4, coming to 10 to go. Stage 2, Travis Brown continues to lead on the inside. Alfredo in the middle, and here comes the 09. Dylan Kem hasn't made a start in a month. Here he comes on the outside line looking for the lead.
Nothing like shaking your rust off at the fastest track in the country. Here comes that third lane, getting a little bit more help now. I believe that's Gabe Wood trying to give an assist to Butler. They actually fall back a little bit. Here comes the middle line once again. Alfredo trying to get that top spot once again out of turn 2. Brown holds for now. Plash in second in line. Oh, here comes Scaramuza, going to get a big push down the back. 3 wide battle for second.
And Alfredo's just going to have to fall back. He's got Lowell all over him. Then Cozy. Champagne picks up the back as well. As Travis continues to lead, coming around through 3 and 4, Alfredo with a bit of a run with help from the 25 of Lowell. Trying to make some iRacing funny moments on YouTube here at the front, pushing Alfredo to the front. Whoa, look out. 4 wide, Kem backs out of it. That was close.
There's Cisco. I bet he was a little bit nervous there about 10 seconds ago. Third lane completely gone. He falls all the way outside the top 10. May be able to get some help. There's Kusan on the inside line. That's his teammate Normal right in front of him. Back at the front, Alfredo by an edge. What did he just say?
Normile?
Trey Normal.
What? You said Kusan's teammate Normile.
No, I said Cisco Scaramouza's teammate Kusan on the bottom.
Oh, look out! His other teammate's about to wreck the whole field. Ian Plash with a bold move, and it's maybe gonna work as Travis is still sideways. To the outside, here comes Cozy looking for the lead. Travis trying to push up on that inside line. He still has the lead. We'll see for how long. 8 to go in stage 2.
Oh, I think Cozy's about to throw a parachute out with that damage. I don't know if they're going to be able to go anywhere on that third lane. Champagne's going to try. We saw Frisch be able to get going pretty quickly when he was behind Brown. I don't know if the inverse is going to work. Yeah, so far so good. Never mind.
Yeah, there goes Cozy. He'll drop back. Plash retakes the lead from Travis. Cozy gets back in line. Here comes Gabe Wood with help from Sean. That's that pair in the way outside line up by the wall.
Seven to go. Let's see if Sean can push Gabe Wood. Gabe Wood hasn't led a lap tonight. No one else going with him so far. Alfredo, no help really from Normile. They finally get connected. A little bit of damage on the 85 on the front end. That might hinder him from being able to push effectively. Brown goes back to the top. Malillo to the bottom underneath the yellow line. 4 wide. Oh, it's going to be tight. Got to get back on track.
This gets turned.
There we go.
Oh, Gabe Wood piles it in. Colin back up in the... Oh, my God. Did you see that?
That's the whole field.
Briar LaPrade just shot up into the air like he got flung off a run. I think it was Briar. No, Briar didn't. Somebody got flung up into the air. Normile. He went to the moon.
I can't even find him. Where is he?
He's out of the park. He's out of the park. He's on pit road. It sent him, I think, to Mobile, Alabama. He's out of here.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Yeah. I just saw him go straight up and into the air. And how appropriate. It was Cisco that was pushing him as he went up into the air. The guy that works for iRacing. Oops. Here's the replay, and I mean, just calamity.
Oh, what a save.
Oh, my God.
There he goes.
Malillo did a great job. And there you see, that's the last sighting that we've had of Trey Normile.
So Malillo goes to the bottom, 4 wide for the lead, and oh my! You just see Trey for a quarter of a second go flying across the top of the screen, but that took out damn near everybody.
Gabe Wood given an EOL for the crash. Here's an onboard with Goodell. And how in the... He did what?
What did Gabe Wood do?
Oh, he had it, missed it. Oh, and Colin came back and got him.
What did Gabe Wood do?
Oh, for a blown engine. I thought he may have caused the contact just because he wound up on top of the wall. And he had nothing to do with that. That was Travis and Alfredo that made the contact. And then it was on. Malillo did an incredible job saving it. Keenan Kusan collided with his teammate. Lowell made it through the wreck. Mostly because Normile got flung up into the air at 50 mile an hour. Briar came in and Jennifer Jo Cobb did a little bit.
Oh my goodness.
There you see, he gets into the back of Bethel and spins her around. Couldn't get on the brakes. I heard David come over the radio and say something about Briar. So at first I thought that's who got sent to the moon. And Sean, you pretty much had nowhere to go there.
Oh yeah, we were watching the whole thing happen in front of us, and I'm like, this is not going to end well for me. And we just got smushed on in there, so I had to eat the fast repair. So now it's going to be a no fun race for me for a while. Yeah, well, these things happen.
Is it possible to get an onboard with Normile to see his last thoughts?
Anything's possible with Zach
I'm
Johnson.
a little worried about Zach Johnson's computer, but it can barely handle.
It's all right. We're driving
this.
good.
Remember the last time Zach did a super speedway broadcast?
Oh yeah.
No, I don't actually.
Yes, you do. Oh my God.
Do I?
Sunday.
You were in it.
Sunday.
It was a 400-mile race. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
Goodness.
The Winsell, sorry.
I know you got a busy schedule, Jacob. but-
Twitch.tv/FTF_GG.
I don't remember much of anything at this point.
Hey Zach, just play the ad for the FTF race coming up. Might as well.
Yeah,
On
I
channel.
mean, you'll find all four of us actually, including our producer there. I haven't been told when I'm supposed to show up, if I'm supposed to show up at all, but
I'd love to have you.
well, we talked about it Sunday, and I kind of figured, okay, I was probably going to be doing something, and Sunday was the last I heard anything. So,
Well, the only thing is, me and Sean will most likely be racing most of the time, so we'll have to get someone
right.
competent to, team up with you.
Well, and that's probably where Ben comes in, who's our admin, who is listening but can't talk because he's also adminning. Oh wait, no, Ben's racing in that crap.
We'll get somebody.
What's McCandless doing?
I think he's
Other than
doing
calling real race cars.
I'll say I think he's the lead commentary for Ace Speedway now.
I think he's the only commentary for Ace Speedway.
I'm sure they'll have somebody that's been there forever that, will chime in every once in a while.
But yes, congratulations to Blake McCandless. That is a big step forward in the sim racing broadcaster talent pool to get a real life gig. You love to see that.
Yeah. And of course, it's so cool for Blake because I think he does a heck of a job with the SDN stuff last year. Definitely one of my favorites. Whenever I couldn't be in for anything, and
Who's your favorite, Jacob?
oh no,
Faith. Right on the spot.
Blake's got to be up there. Is there anybody that's better than McCandless at? Ooh,
When it comes to radio style, he's very good.
yes.
The only person I can say that competes with McCandless from a radio style standpoint
Sam Watson.
is Sam Watson.
The
And I
other
wish
guy that was in the video.
He was in the promo. Hopefully we can get him for the 500. I would love to have him back.
No clue who that is, unfortunately.
He's really good.
If you
He's
look at the old Bottom Split Night in America broadcast, which I highly advise you don't do.
Not anymore. Yeah, those
He's
are
on there.
Those have not aged well.
No.
I mean,
This is before
think-
Jacob's time here on iRacing.
yes,
very true.
long before. I think McCandless is number one.
He's very good. Now there's
Yeah.
there's that style and then there's like a lead style. I feel like, you can
Right.
do both, but he's fantastic at the radio style.
Yes.
All right, so the Blake McCandless Appreciation Hour is over. We're going back to green here.
Free to go on the
Right.
stage.
We need Blake to show up to a core race, damn it. Here we go, green flag. We haven't seen him since Iowa.
Was everyone trying to avert the damage?
Yeah. All right, so 3 to go here on the stage, by the way. As Davin just pulls onto the apron to get out of the way. He's still broke.
Yeah, I don't know how much damage he has. He is still way off pace. I guess he's just holding on to the pack, trying to stay on the lead lap until he can use it maybe here at the end of this one.
What the?
Everyone going to the back, and we talked about the stage for stage one, Jacob, and Plash back up here again. And if he can get a stage point or two, he'll take the lead over Breyer. Breyer, though, with David Schildhaus through 3 and 4, he's trying to get his way back up to the front, but that inside line right now is the way to go.
That is not Plash, by the way. That's his teammate, Cisco Scaramuza. Plash is off the pace.
I keep
in
getting the numbers
22nd.
mixed up.
5 seconds behind the leader. There goes Justin. He goes around in front of the field.
Did no one hit him?
No caution. No caution. Single car incident, but he's in the racing line. We stay green. 2 to go. Pits are closed here in the stage. And now Cisco is on an island all by himself, and he's going to get eaten alive and probably killed.
That's
It's a bit excessive there, Jay.
Watch this. he may join Trey Normile on the course Space Force here in a moment.
Big run. Here comes Cozy to the second lane. Here comes Cadell. He has to go to the third line. Frisch defends. He's got a third place spot right now for the stage. But here comes LaPrade. Once again, we're going to have a points battle on our hands. But Scaramuza currently under the lead.
Oh, Breyer almost got wrecked. Here they come. Coming to the white flag here in stage number 2. 5 points on the line to win. All the way down to P5. You got 1 point for finishing there. Here comes Frisch on the outside line. Remember, Frisch and LaPrade are tied as of right now. It'll change here at the end of this lap unless they both finish outside the top 5.
I think Cisco thought that was the stage because he was celebrating and he looked like he had a momentary lapse of panic. So he's got the lead still, but champagne all over the back of him down the back.
Here they come into turn number 3. The outside line not really formed together. It's only Frisch and Cadell. Cozy down on the inside line. And Cadell did the same thing. He thought the stage was over a lap early. Here they come to the outside. Who's it going to be? Champagne with help from Breyer. That's going to open the door for Camure on the inside. Cisco with nowhere to go. Justin Champagne is going to win stage number 2. 3 wide at the stripe.
LaPrade finishes second, Frisch third. Scaramuza falls back to fourth, and Michael Cozy Jr. rounds out the top 5 for stage 2. and I want to go back to it eventually. I don't think anybody touched Justin as he was spinning and pirouetting through the tri-oval. I think he still has a clean race car for the most part.
I thought he was going to die.
He has a little bit of damage, but not much.
I thought that was it. I thought that was game over. He was going to wind up in the catch fence.
Unbelievable. Got squirrely through the tri-oval. Snaka was all over the back of him. But nobody miraculously hits him. That could have been a horrendous crash.
My, oh my. So Champagne is your stage winner. And is he in the Discord? No. Of course he's not. Do we want to talk to the driver of the 68, Jonathan Cadell? See if he'll shotgun for us live on stream?
Sure.
Let's bring up the driver of the 68. He finished P7 there.
Where the hell is he?
In the stage.
Oh, he's way down there. Live broadcasts.
Somewhere. I mean, he is just way down there. And here he is, Jonathan Cadell, coming in for his pit stop. Finished P7 here in stage 2. That is not Jonathan Cadell. There we go. How's the car doing?
Well, it's P6. I need you to give me some credit. The car's doing great thanks to my amazing driving to that big wreck. Y'all see that? That's the best wreck avoidance I've had in my life there, man. That's some good stuff. It's driving great. We're going to get back to the front. I'm just going to let these guys keep taking each other out, save that fast repair.
Now, it looked like in that really big wreck, it looked like you made contact, possible contact with Case Collenbach. I guess that means that you actually avoided him, or the damage was minimal to none with the contact?
0.0 seconds. That's how much damage I got from that, from my awesome driving skills, dude. I need you to give me some more credit than that.
That sounds good. Now, I do know that you hinted about shotgunning a Natty Light live on stream for us.
Well, I'm going to let you know, man, we got snow coming here, and I stopped by the 7-Eleven to get some Natty Light. Maybe we're out, so I'm going to have to drink this nasty Bush beer, but this is for y'all to put on this amazing broadcast, and we're going to go all the way to the front and win this race, so this is for y'all. Hope y'all have a good broadcast.
Here we go. It's a Bush.
Perfect. All right, thank you, John, and best of luck you the rest of the way.
Hell yeah.
Jonathan Cadell, who I guess was P6 and I was wrong. Okay, scoring got screwed up anyway. Sean Butler in P2. What?
Actually, P1, Jacob.
Oh, Cozy was parked. I think he sped or something. He wound up at the back. But how in the world?
Fuel
P2?
only. Fuel
How'd
only.
you do that?
I unchecked my tires and they only put gas in it. That's how that works.
The fuel only registered after I said, "How did you do that?" So sorry. So you're not going to be able to make it to the end here on fuel.
Nope.
And you're pitting now.
And
Anyway.
again.
Cozy is the race leader, by the way.
Yep.
And what's the game plan here?
Well, again, I didn't want to use that fast repair because I was trying to save it, and then Gabe's like, "Come on, Sean, let's go to the front," and I was like, "Okay," and then we went up there, and then all hell broke loose. So we're gonna try to keep it back here for a bit, be boring for a while, and inside 20 to go, we're gonna send it.
So you're saying you fell victim to peer pressure?
I did. Don't do that, kids.
Listen to your gut, not the nut that's trying to convince you to do crazy stuff like Gabe would.
Could have worded that a lot better, but okay. The message was clear.
I don't know what you're thinking of.
Wow.
Looking ahead here for Core, I it's not going to happen, but I've petitioned that we go to another plate track instead of Wilkesboro next week so we can get Vargas on a plate track. But we're at North Wilkesboro for the throwback race in the ARCA cars next week. The season is done 2 weeks from tonight at Atlanta. That's where we crown a champion. Next week will likely be Kevin and Sean for most of the broadcast.
Wow.
Because I'll be on assignment, but hopefully I'll be in toward the second half of the race. We'll kind of see how timing works out and how many cautions you guys have to suffer through in the first half of the race while I'm out.
Jacob, if you want to take the week off, you can't. You deserve it, man.
I mean, we took a week off each, so that's okay.
Yeah, I know, but I hate to do it, especially since we're getting paid to be here. I'd like to at least show up and claim the paycheck, even if it's only half. But
Listen,
I mean,
Gavin promised us 1 week of PTO, and Kevin and I both used it, so it's only fair that you.
It does not accrue to the next season, Jake.
It doesn't, so you have to use it.
okay, well, we'll see. Maybe I'll take, if the championship isn't worthwhile, maybe I'll take Atlanta off. Is that okay?
I mean, you got to be here for
Sorry,
the
that's a blackout
championship,
week.
Jake.
That's a blackout week. Sorry.
Yikes.
All hands on deck.
Get ready here for the restart. We will have 27 laps to go here on the restart.
Look at this conga line on the inside.
Yeah, these are all the people I think that sped or something that are forced to line
They
up on the
pitted
bottom.
with 1 to go.
That would also do it because you got Sean there as well. All right. Michael Cozy Jr. with the broken nose is out in front with Justin Champagne to the outside. Green flag, stage number 3 at Talladega.
God, really slow start there. They waited till the last minute to go green. That allowed that second lane to get a little bit of a jump on Cozy and the rest of the inside line. Side by side for the lead. Momentarily, Breyer gives a huge shove to Cozy through 1 and 2. He's going to clear the 99 for now. But the 23 of Champagne side drafts that 35. Here he comes on back.
Gabe Wood sticking out 3 wide on the outside line with help from Kallenbach. They're not going to go very far very quickly. So they come into turn number 3. Champagne leading on the outside line. Cisco peeks out, now gets back in line. Alfredo's going to look out there, but he doesn't have much help. Here comes Kallenbach, as well as the 53 Justin Malillo. Rebounded well after that spin with 3 to go in stage 2. He's back up to the front. 3 wide for second is bye-bye Champagne.
Lonely Champagne in the middle has no help through the tri-oval. Here comes Scaramuza back to the middle to get in front of Champagne. Alfredo follows suit. They're going to be battling now side by side for second. Cozy still has the top spot for now. Malillo tries and tests out that third lane. Nothing working so far for him. Kallenbach falls back outside the top 10 for now. Out of turn 2. Breyer all over the back end of Cozy.
Tell you what, Cozy's win last week was the first one in a while for him in the car. He's trying to go back-to-back. Remember, he did not win this race. A season ago, that belonged to Michael Frisch. He was 6 wide in the outside wall. Coming to the white flag, he came across to win the race a lap later.
And Cozy still has a little bit of damage. Not sure if he got his fast repair earlier and was involved in that big wreck. But he is falling back. He's now outside. He's just outside the top 5. Sorry, he is 5th. Scaramuza to the top spot. Alfredo's still stuck on that second line, trying to get an assist now from Malillo. Breyer has the opportunity to move up to the second line to help them if he has it. Can't do it now. Doors closed. Here comes Davin. Davin has a fresh car. He said he wanted to save it. It's go time for the 77.
Question mark nation there in the 77, and you can see why. The product of the NASCAR Heat 4 video game paint booth. Yeah. That thing's an eyesore for a reason, folks. Just be glad he's running it this week and not next week. Curious to see what his throwback will be next week, since he's using this race as a throwback as well on that purple and green Mountain Dew 77 thing.
Speaking of paint schemes, have you guys shed some light on the 24 at Gary Owen yet?
I've been trying to ignore it.
The chain smokers are still back.
That's good to know. Anyway.
There it is.
You mean they're not front this week?
They're back.
All right. Cool.
They're back.
Haven't talked about Eliza. She's fallen back. She was inside the top 15. Now she's outside.
Nice
Still
segue.
falling back.
Yeah, they come off turn 4. We've got a lapper. Are you kidding me? In the grass. Who in the world is that?
That's Travis.
Travis.
That's one way to get out of the way.
Travis wrecked. Hold on. Travis is wrecked.
The cone. Oh, God, the
Front
cone.
clip and the tail. What happened to
Wow.
Travis?
And Ben Easterday has the nerve to clear his black flag after that. That is unacceptable.
I think Travis wrecked.
I think he was in the big one. And remember, he used his fast repair on like lap 10.
Oh, right.
And so he is just way off the pace. And that poor green cone just got absolutely slaughtered. And it seems like the pack is a lot more spread out. I don't know if these guys... I know Schildhouse is commanding the front of this pack here, behind the top 6, the top half dozen. He's got a little bit of damage, and I think these guys are starting to find out that maybe they shouldn't let this guy lead with all that damage. But I'm really curious about the fuel strategy. Someone just went way off the pace. That's Dylan Kemp. He is way off the pace in the back.
The 09.
I think what happened to him?
We got a body checked. He almost got Sean. He got hit by Rusty and almost turned Sean Butler, our Kyle Petty of the day.
Don't need no
How about 3
vulgarity.
wide for the lead? Champagne down low, Cisco in the middle, Alfredo up high.
4 cars on the bottom, now 5. Here comes the rest of the field. They finally got around that number 20 of Schildhouse, and that converges the entire field back to 20 or so cars. Frisch looking to get around the slower Alfredo. He's lost a ton of momentum. He was battling for the top spot a half lap ago. He's now fallen back into around the 7th position. 3 wide now from 7th on back to 2. Frisch on that top side. If Alfredo wants to, he can go back to the bottom. Still stays in that middle line. Here comes Frisch. Here comes Plash on the outside.
I was wondering if maybe some of these guys were taking it easy, just waiting for the green flag pit stop, but now the intensity is picked up here at the front. 3 wide all the way through the field as here comes Michael P. Frisch leading that 3rd line with Plash and Gabe Wood. Davin in the middle, Champagne down low, Cody Hicken on the apron, gets it back on the racetrack.
And Frisch still has that big crinkle in the rear end, so it makes me wonder if he's still saving his fast repair, maybe for the final pit stop, go 5-10 laps with a brand new car, go for the win here at the end. Collenbach looks around Gabe Wood, maybe looking 4 wide, just outside the top 10, side by side, dead even now for the lead. Davin goes to the bottom, barely in front of Champagne.
That was a bold move for somebody who doesn't have a fast repair.
Yeah. Gotta be careful.
Headed to turn 3, inside 20 to go. So they can pit from here on out and make it. Green white checkers could be a factor, though, and cause them to be a little short. But, how about Lillo leading that outside line? He's got a head of steam. Trying to sweep the plate tracks.
As Jordan Worth would say, he is on the schneid. We got to get him off the schneid. He has finished second pretty much everywhere in the last 4 to 6 weeks. Whether it be MNR, whether it be Moon Car, whether it be Grape Drink, everywhere he's gone. Here at the core, he's finished second by inches. And he's been proven that he deserves to be up front. He gets stuck in the middle there, has Alfredo and Wood on the outside, Normile and Frisch splitting them on the inside, but he's got something to say about this one.
I just heard another classic, Be Mindful of the Leaders.
There's Travis.
And once again, it's Travis Brown on the struggle bus, down on the inside of the racetrack. And once again, he's just going to ride around the apron, and everybody's going to get by without a problem.
And that 3 wide we talked about earlier disappeared and vanished pretty quickly back to a calm side-by-side. Now battling for the second position, Alfredo giving Frisch a huge push on that second lane, about 5 miles an hour faster than that inside line. Here comes Frisch dead even now with Cornelius. He's actually going to edge ahead down the backstretch, still getting a big push from that 23 down the back. Melillo trying to give an assist as well. But here comes Cornelius back on the inside.
Frisch getting shoved by Alfredo, but Tavin gonna stay out in front here on this bottom line. Remember, he has not won since he's driven this car at CTMP 2 years ago. As Cody Hicken says he's coming in this next time by. Davin looking for redemption and to try and close in this points gap and make it a 3-horse pony show at the dog races. As there goes Frisch to the outside. I think Alfredo was getting a little hot. And that's why Frisch just decided to pull out of line and let him go.
We've seen all night that you really don't have to be at the front, right away. You can make your way through the field pretty quickly, actually. I feel like you can control your destiny with this package more than any other series at the moment. So he's going to the back, but we've seen all night long that you can be outside the top 10 one lap and be battling for a stage win like Travis did. Went from 10th to 1st in 2 laps to get the stage 1 win. So anything is possible. Hicken pulls down to pit, and nobody's coming with him.
Yep. The only guy coming on the pit road. No black flag for him. He did not speed, so he's the first one to bite. As Sean's about to get lapped.
What? Oh, what happened?
Sean?
That little damage we got from Dylan, not from Dylan, but from Dylan. I went to go check it out, and it's much worse than I thought.
Well,
We'll be seeing you.
You're doing okay from a speed standpoint.
We'll be seeing you.
You're only about a half.
Just want to come off the track and call the race for the last 15 laps?
No, we'll be out of the way.
We got more pit stops. Alfredo, Schildhouse, Brian LaPrade, and more. Team Rick, look out. Remember, they took each other out trying to pit back at Daytona. But to make it work here with now 15 laps to go.
And that's probably the best scenario for these guys. Get about a half dozen cars. If everyone gets off at the same time off pit road, get that draft organized pretty quickly. You can pull away from the main pack if you get organized enough. And it looks like all 6 of these guys all over each other exit a pit road. These guys will be in great shape if they got fuel only, and they did. Here comes the rest of the field, it looks like. Handful of guys.
This is going to be a busy place here. Everybody that's not Sean is pitting. Here comes Cadell from way downtown, and he makes it work and gets it to pit road speed.
Safe.
No black flags. Everybody survives.
About 13 or so cars. Joey Stone nearly misses his box. Looks like he did have to back up a little bit. That might cost him the lead pack. Here comes that front 6 we talked about before, going around the number 9 of Dylan Kem. He's a lap down.
Fuel only for most of these guys. There's Breyer trying to retake the lead. He is at full speed, and he is a-coming. Around the outside with Alfredo and Schildhaus. And let's see, Champagne leads him off pit road. He's not going to be up to full speed. As here they come down the back straightaway. They're going to merge right in front of these guys, try and slow them up, but they just pull to the outside. Briar LaPrade is out in front. He leads at Talladega.
Looks like it's going to be about a pack of 4, followed by a pack of 2, then another pack of 4. Melillo by himself for the moment. Lula Snaka and Davin Cornelius trying to work together through 3 and 4. So this is definitely spread out the pack. But if Champagne can stay where he is, he might be able to sniff a draft on this front 4 and get back up there.
13 to go. Travis Brown has gotten so bored he's singing over the comm radio. Thank you, Travis. If I do a radioactive for this, which we'll probably see in 6 months, that might be the closer. I promise that Lanier CTMP one is coming. It's just it's just still sitting waiting to export at this point. I need music. That's the problem. I haven't had the time to dig through the library and find some stuff that isn't the same crap I've already used. So.
Oh man, Melillo's barely hanging on to this lead pack. I think he's starting to fall off just a little bit.
You know, I wish we had somebody try and stay out like we had at Daytona, just so we could have some drama if a caution comes out.
Who won that? Did Trey win that?
That was Justin, remember?
No, Justin was the fall brawl, I believe, was when someone stayed out.
No. In the Daytona 250, Sloppy stayed out, remember? He was about to get past for the lead when the caution came out for Lowell spinning.
For a stage?
No. That was with 14 to go, maybe? 15, 14 to go?
Oh, okay.
Somewhere in there. But this second pack with Champagne and the rest has caught this lead pack. So we've got 10 cars here in this lead draft. And they've got 2 seconds over Melillo and then 7 seconds over the rest of the pack.
Looks like Melillo had a little bit of rear damage, and that might have hurt him to be able to close in on this lead pack. Second pack now way far behind. You got Owen and company about 6.5 seconds. So focus is going to be on this top 8 or so, top 10. And right now it looks like Schildhaus trying to make that second lane happen. But he's got those teammates back on the bottom. LaPrade and Alfredo, they've been dominant all night.
Through 3 and 4. Breyer continues to lead. I'm sure that's not what Frisch wants, but in order for Frisch to make a charge, he's got to get up there and do something with it with that broken rear end. As Travis takes a joyride through the grass again. 10 laps to go here at Talladega.
Schildhaus goes to the 3rd lane for a moment, maybe to break away from that small bit of side draft, side by side, even for the moment, for the top spot. LaPrade inches ahead for the moment. Schildhaus going to get a little bit of a run down the back. Champagne all over the back of him. Lock and bumper is going to be side by side for the lead.
Another lap car ahead. I believe that's Dylan Kem again.
Yep.
That they're about to catch. As they come to 9 to go, and we're double wide all the way through, with the exception of the 68 of Jonathan Cadell. And I'm sure if he wins this thing, he's going to be one happy guy.
He'll be shotgunning more than the one Busch beer, I'm sure.
Yes, correct. 9 laps to go.
09 of Dylan Kem goes to the top spot, gets away from the leaders, falls behind them, still side by side. Schildhaus actually went to the bottom in front of LaPrade. Here comes Champagne and Plash. pushing that top side. Frisch in 5th, battling side by side with Alfredo, and it looks like the lines are almost even. 4 on the top, but that inside just has a little bit more for the moment, just not as organized on that inside.
Here they come off turn 4. As I'm sure those in the back are looking for a caution, like Davin Cornelius and Case Kallenbach and Gabe Wood, who have lost the draft. But these guys up here at the front, I think, are just going to try and keep this green and then maybe let havoc reign on the last lap. Coming to 7 to go this time by.
Everyone trying to position themselves for the final laps. Schildhaus still has that top spot for the moment. A little bit cleaner now than we saw him earlier. Maybe use the fast repair. Not too sure. But definitely, as far as cleanest cars, Breyer has been clean all race long. He's been up front all race long. As long as he can stay up front, as long as he has that teammate of his in Alfredo, he is going to be a favorite in these closing stages of the race. Champagne once again gets a big shove from Plash on that top spot. Here he comes with a big run through the tri-oval.
Champagne has never won in the core. And he takes the lead and is clear for Schildhaus here. A lot of these folks, in fact, the top 3 have never won in the core. Neither has Alfredo or Cisco. Or is that Dylan Kem? Who is that? Yes, that's Dylan Kem. He's a lap down, so never mind with him. But Breyer, Frisch, Cozy, and Normile, as well as Cadell, have all won in the core before. Coming around to 6 to go as Cadell gets a little sideways to the outside.
Yeah, he had to avoid Alfredo. I'm not sure what happened with Anthony through 3 and 4. Maybe he was getting a little bit hot behind Breyer, but he checked up really heavy through the corner, moved up to the middle lane. Now he's actually getting around his teammate in LaPrade, but that caused Cadell to make an evasive maneuver through 3 and 4. Now he falls behind him. Schildhaus gets a little bit squirrely into 1. And that kind of shuffles the field a little bit. Champagne was leading for the moment. Here comes Plash. He gets his way back to the front. He goes back to the bottom. Now here comes Champagne back to the top.
Yeah, I have a feeling somebody's going to make a move here and get hooked. Trying to go from the inside to the outside or the outside to the inside here. That's blocking and trying to pull out and make the right move. Oftentimes leads to some of those big wrecks that you see here on the plate tracks. This time by as Travis Brown gets out of the way onto the apron. 5 laps to go.
Oh, Cam almost hit the side of Travis. That was too close.
And I guess he really needed the draft there to try and stay with this lead back off of Travis. 5 more. Schildhaus is in 3rd. It's Champagne that's leading, but here comes Plash to the outside once again.
Plash trying to pull back that 23 of Champagne, not going to work, but here comes Frisch to give him a huge shove down the back, tandem draft down the back stretch, side-by-side drag race for the top spot. Champagne wants to keep it. Frisch gets a little bit off center of Plash down the back. He's going to lose a little bit of momentum. Here comes Champagne back on the bottom. And Champagne's doing a really good job right now, defending right now on that inside. It seems like the way this draft is, if you can get to the lead, you kind of have to play the musical chairs battle. You get to the lead, but that bottom line is the way to go. Here comes Schildhaus to the top.
That was a dangerous move, but he's going to try and make it work. Lap cars in front. Oh, brother.
Kick into the bottom.
Sean. Okay, thanks,
Be mindful
Sean.
of the leaders. Never mind.
I followed directions. Cody just didn't do anything.
He got out of the way.
Ben said, hey, go to the high side. I went to the high side.
But they were 3 wide for the lead. I don't know if the high side's where you want to go here.
Well, admins shouldn't be micromanaging.
It's all right.
Listen, this track is 7 lanes wide. They're fine.
Ben still does a good job. 3 wide for the lead. LaPrade and Alfredo are going to drop back, and I think are going to try and pull one last charge here at the end of this deal. That's going to make it Schildhaus and Schildhaus and Champagne. How about too many up at the front? 3 laps to go.
Schildhaus back at the front, looking to get his first win in core. Correct.
Correct.
A lot of guys looking for their first win. Yeah, you got a lot of guys trying to get their first win. In the meantime, Still got a side-by-side battle for the championship here. Here comes Breyer trying to make the third lane happen. Plash sees that, gets a huge bit of momentum. He's going to take the lead. And he has the bottom if he wants to take it. 4-car draft on that third lane. They are rocking on the top.
Well, and I think Schildhaus hesitated there, and he didn't know which lane to go.
Check up.
What a save by LaPrade. There's a reason he's a Coke driver this year. Wow. 2 laps to go this time by. They have 1 more lap to wad him up. Otherwise, this race is official. And we're going to have 10 cars racing for the win. Schildhaus to the top to try and get around Plash. 3 wide for second, 2 to go.
And the whole night we've seen that bottom line be the preferred place to be, but now that it's go time, more cars on that top side. Breyer once again trying to shove somebody out to the top spot. Doesn't have his teammate and Alfredo all over him yet. He's trying to get a drafting partner in that. Here comes Frisch with another shove to Plash. Plash has been a player all night long, and now he's side by side. Here comes Frisch to the bottom 3 wide. That's a battle for second as Schildhaus goes back to the middle for the lead.
Schildhaus going to try and be the Pied Piper here as Champagne gets pushed onto the apron by Cisco. He comes back up onto the racetrack. They keep it green. We are coming to the white flag. They've got about 1,000 feet to wad him up. Otherwise, we are committed. There are 10 cars racing for the win. White flag in the wind. 1 more lap to go at Talladega. Who's going to win the Talladega 250? LaPrade leads the lap. Schildhaus down low. LaPrade up high. You got Team Rick in the middle with the 94 and the 86. That outside line's a little wiggly, but here they come down the back straightaway for the final time. Schildhaus and Plash side by side.
As Valen Beston could say, please nobody make a mistake. Down the back, Team Rick to the front. Here comes Scaramuza and Plash. They edge out in front. Schildhaus trying to make that inside line happen, but right now it's Plash by himself. Here comes Schildhaus.
Schildhaus with the run, coming through turn 4. We're going to see the checkered flag. Will the 86 make a move to the outside? Here comes Cozy. He has help from Normile and from Breyer. Breyer goes to the middle. They're shuffling in the background. Oh, Cisco blows up. Here they come to the line. Schildhaus wins it.
Wow.
Cisco gave it all he had. He pushed Plash to 500 feet before the finish line. The engine hand grenades, and that gives the win to David Schildhaus. He's in the All-Star race. He was already because he won the All-Star race. Now he wins a points race.
Did not expect someone to blow up in the middle of the trial on the last lap, but Frisch was saying the same thing at the end of the race. These guys just giving it their all, trying to shove and push their line to the finish line. And at the end of it, Schildhaus was all over the place. He was at the front, he was in the middle of Rex, he was in the back. But when it mattered, David Schildhaus led that inside line and takes his first win, his first official points win for the Corps.
That might be the cleanest plate race I have ever seen in my life. That was weird.
Respectful. That was a very respectful finish.
They didn't even wreck after Cisco blew it up. And David Schildhaus gets to burn it down and take the TobyChristie.com colors to victory lane. Man, oh man. I'm sure you'd want to do this on Monday night, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Here are your unofficial results here for the Talladega 250 presented by Alex Daigle at Talladega. David Schildhaus, your winner. He started 19th in a field of 25 and came home in P1. Michael P. Frisch finished in second. Ian Plash came home in third after leading coming off turn 4. Michael Cozy Jr., damaged car at all. He rebounds to finish 4th. Justin Champagne finishes P5. Trey Normile finishes P6. Jonathan Cadell finishes in 7th. Breyer LaPrade P8. Big for points since Frisch finished second.
Yep.
Michael Frisch is your championship leader going into North Wilkesboro next week. Then you've got Anthony Alfredo, Cisco Scaramuza, your top 10.
Finishing 11th, Gary Owen in the 24. Lula Snaka, quiet night, finishes in the top dozen. Justin Melillo barely outside that lead draft. He finishes P13. Cosman finishes in 14th. Joey Stone will finish in 15th. Davin Cornelius needed a big night tonight. Didn't quite close it out. He's going to be on the outside looking into that championship battle going into North Wilkesboro. He's in 16th. Case Collenbach, 17th. Gabe Wood finishes in 18th. Eliza Bethal fell out of the lead draft as well. She finishes in 19th. Keenan Kusan involved earlier in an accident. He finished in 20th. Rusty Walrus 21st. Looking at the lap car, Sean Butler finishes in 22nd. Dylan Kemp 23rd. Cody Hicken 24th. And 7 laps down, driving through the trial of grass, Travis Brown, Caboose in 25th.
Why don't we talk with our top 3 here? Shieldhouse, Frisch, and Ian Plash. We will start with our race winner. I saw Frisch pop up and then fall back. Nonetheless, David Shieldhouse, race winner, Talladega, first career win in the Corps. Congratulations.
Finally, the monkey is off the back. You know, I'm a Fall Brawl winner. I'm an all-star winner, and now I'm finally a regular season Corps winner. I love this league, man. I blew the damn thing up doing the most impressive donuts and burnouts I think I've ever done. I love this track, and to get a win in the TobyChristie.com Chevy feels so good, man. What a brawl it was at the end.
Were you surprised that we only had, 3 cautions tonight?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I was surprised, considering how we raced towards the beginning of it. I wasn't sure how many we were going to get, but we really cleaned it up, and the third stage was absolutely flawless. Everybody executed green flag pit stops. I was working with Breyer and Anthony, and then it just came down to wherever you position yourself in those last handful of laps. That was just so good. I hope the viewers enjoyed it out there. Thank you for watching and tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the show that the Corps put on for you tonight.
Looking ahead now, points before tonight, you were sitting, you're somewhere in here, you were sitting P5 in points, higher than I kind of expected, and I don't know why, because you've been here almost every week now. Maybe out of it, looking at a championship, but very much in the hunt to getting a podium in the championship for these final 2 races at North Wilkesboro and Atlanta.
Yeah, I missed too many races to be in the championship hunt, which is a shame because when I have been here, they've been really strong finishes, and I do pay attention to that. So I know this win will go a long way. Finishing in the podium spots for the overall season championship would be awesome. That would be a great benchmark to shoot for in the last couple of weeks. I wish I hadn't missed races so that I could be right up there fighting for the championship with Breyer and Frisch. But damn, what a season. This has been great, and whatever we end up getting, I have a lot of memories from this season, winning the All-Star race, winning this race at Talladega, and, with any luck, winning 1 more or 2 more before we're done.
David, congratulations, and of course, I'll see you in Monday Night Racing on Monday, and we will see you back at North Wilkesboro a week from tonight.
Thank you, Jacob. It really means a lot to be a Corps League winner. Let me tell you, all y'all watching out there who support the Corps and who have for years and years, no matter what it's been played on or who's been doing it, it really means a lot to win in this league with all the history and pedigree, the names who have won here. To add my name to that list is absolutely incredible. I'm very happy, feeling very blessed, very thankful, and can't wait to do it all with y'all again. Thank you.
David Shieldhouse, your winner tonight from Talladega, the Talladega 250. Race winner, finally, is David Shieldhouse. Now let's talk with second place, Michael P. Frisch. Wish on.
Well, Frisch, you got your donuts in at the end with David, but came up just a little bit short in this race. Had to deal with damage throughout the whole entire thing. What was the strategy call for this? Were you trying to win, or were you playing for the championship as we came down to it at the end?
Listen, Talladega, we're coming in here winning or nothing, but we didn't have that much damage. Going through that last pit stop, I was thinking we might wreck again, so I was gonna hold on to it because we can hang in the pack, we can make moves, so we're gonna hold on to it. But the damage, it didn't really affect too much. What really affected was me almost blowing up. Michael P. Just got a little too hot there with a lap to go and was flashing from the start-finish line the whole last lap. Don't know how we held on to it. I really don't.
Referring to yourself in the third person, I like it. So a solid P2 here. It does do you wonders in the championship. It gets you that much closer. It's a very close battle up at the front of the field. So we got your wheelhouse is coming up, North Wilkesboro. So I know the plan for you is to win that thing. How are you going to get it done?
just go out there and win. There's nothing else to it. That's my track. If anyone wants it, heads up, bring it on. I've beaten plenty of good people there, and I don't mind giving you the smackdown.
Wow. So Frisch at a very high confidence level heading into North Wilkesboro, but nice job on the run tonight. Thank you very much for just ignoring my pitch strategy request at the end there. I very much appreciate it.
I said when they wreck, and they didn't wreck, but why would you put us alone? This is not 87, Sean.
Unreal. I still blame you. Anyway, Jake, back to you.
Let's toss it over to Kevin McAdams, who's with our third place finisher, Ian Plash. An impressive run for the driver of the 94.
Ian. So close.
Yeah.
Had that second lane rolling. If this was Daytona, you would have been side by side for the lead in the middle of the tri-oval. Unfortunately, as the saying goes, the start-finish line is at the exit of pit road here at Talladega. But you were strong tonight, man. You were way up there all night long. Tell us about your race.
Man, it was a lot of fun. I think this time around, compared to Daytona earlier in the year, I just told myself, I rode in the back for 90 laps. I decided to go for it. I had a half a lap of fun, and then I got taken out. So I said, why not just go for it this time? And I'm honestly pretty glad I did. You know, the Aston Richten number 94 was absolutely flying today. Really had fun. We got down to that last run. I saw all the names in that main pack. And I'm like, okay, well, this is as it should be. Here we go. I knew it was on, and that was just 10 laps of really good, hard super speedway racing, and yeah, just about 1,000 feet short, unfortunately.
Yeah, Jacob was actually remarking about how clean you guys were driving. I think he said it was the cleanest super speedway finish he's ever seen, but it's got to be nice to at least be competing. It seems like every week, you got the same guys maybe stealing these wins, but you've been up front pretty much all year long. When are we going to get a win from you?
I think this was going to be the one. I don't know about Wilkesboro. I don't know. And maybe Atlanta. Who knows? I'm not good at saving tires, though, so we'll see whatever happens. I think this was going to be the one to get my dub if this was going to be it. And I was just in a really awkward spot there going down the back. Cisco started pushing water out of 2, and I knew we didn't have a whole lot longer. If I went down, got in front of Schildhaus is probably going to push himself past Cisco and then jump to the top out of 4 and then take the win anyway. So really the only choice we had was I'll just pray for the hand grenade, and it just wasn't enough. So
blew in the hand a little too early.
A little too early. A
little bit of self-destruction, but it was fun watching you guys race. You guys put on a great show, and we look forward to seeing you and the rest next week in North Wilkesboro.
Yeah, we'll see how she goes. Just hoping we can finish up the season strong and just keep enjoying my time here. I love all the competitors. I love all the personalities here, and just it's been one heck of a season. It's crazy. We're winding down towards the end of it, but it's been nothing but a good time, and I hope we can continue this on for the rest of the year.
Absolutely. We'll see you next week at North Wilkesboro. Jake, back to you. That was Ian, third place finish for the 94.
And I'm assuming since Cisco's in the broadcast weight room that for the 382nd time this season, we are ending our broadcast with Cisco Scaramouza. You couldn't have coded your engine to wait half a second to blow up or something?
I just want to point out that between Fall Brawl and this season, I have wrecked my teammate coming down. Wrecked my teammate coming down pit road on a plate track. I've wrecked my teammate from the field trying to win a plate track, and now I've blown up trying to help my teammate win a plate track.
Your bingo card's looking quite full so far, Cisco.
Has anyone said I'm not mad. I'm just like I don't know what to do, guys.
I have a question. Question. We had you on board for the end of stage 2. It looked like you were pretty excited at the end of lap 40. Did you think that you won the stage, or were you just excited that you were
I was just happy to lead a lap. I've been so trash all year. The one time I'm actually up front, yeah, I did get a little bit confused on the lap count too. I'm not going to deny that. But also the fact that I led a race in iRacing for the first time in like 6 years. Like, I'm over the moon. That was fun. I hope it was fun for you guys up front, especially at the end there, because that was a brawl and it was awesome.
Yeah, I'm surprised that you guys didn't die coming to the start and finish line, especially
You
after
too.
you blew up. I thought somebody was just going to say, "Oh hell with it," and I'll wreck Cisco coming to the line.
Yeah. Well, the start-finish line's 1,000 feet further, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And
Remember the
if this-
start-finish line is here.
Oh, I forgot to do that tonight. Damn it! I was too excited because it was actually an entertaining finish. I didn't have to fill any space with that.
They weren't in the car, but I'll celebrate with a Nuka-Cola Quantum because what if there was a place with all the zip of Nuka-Cola?
Okay, thanks, Cisco.
Yeah,
See you next week.
No. Oh, I have one thing.
Uh-huh.
I'm sad to announce that Pontiac is actually leaving our program after this race.
You're kidding.
What?
So
Because it's
I
a
was
nice paint scheme.
Well, so the problem was they didn't have an engine package for Xfinity Series. I don't know why. It's been 16 years. You would have think they would have figured that out. But either way, they didn't give us manufacturer support with this, and so I showed up with the Ford, and apparently nobody told Pontiac headquarters because I just haven't heard a word from them. So yeah, we're gonna be changing manufacturers, and excited about what the future holds here for our team.
Thanks, Cisco.
Yeah, take care, guys.
Let's take a look at the points before we go. Michael P. Frisch has a 10-point lead. David Schildhouse leapfrogs Cozy and Davin and sits P3 in the points, just 51 behind Frisch. It's not impossible yet. Schildhouse could maybe win the championship. Same with Cozy, same with Davin. Keenan would need a lot of help. Gary on back, I don't think it's mathematically possible since we've only got 2 races left, but a winner gets 40 points. You win 2 stages. Schildhouse earns 50 points next week, and he's right in there if Frisch and LaPrade don't show up. Now, I know Frisch loves North Wilkesboro, so he's probably going to put it all away next week anyway, but it's not completely over at the front, and you never know what's going to happen in the core. Kind of like tonight. I expected a wreck fest, and instead we only had 3 cautions, and we made it all the way through stage 3 without a crash.
Definitely a fun night. I loved the way these guys were aggressive the whole entire race. Couple huge wrecks, I think, that kind of calmed down the field. But these guys had very short-term memory, and they were back 2 and 3 wide racing again. This league, despite, they get maybe 20 guys, but they put on some of the best shows I've seen all season long, all year long from 2021, now 2022. I'm looking forward to North Wilkesboro. I think the short tracks have been just as exciting as some of these super speedways have, and I think it's going to be a great rest of the year with 2 races to go.
Sean?
I echo what Kevin said. North Wilkesboro is going to be in a crazy race because, we got a few short track, I don't want to say specialists, but they know what they're doing on the short tracks. Michael Cozy, Michael Frisch, we saw them go at it at the Roval last week. And sure enough, it was one of the most exciting finishes, if not the most exciting finish of the season. So we could probably be in for another dose of that in North Wilkesboro. But who knows? Maybe we could have another first-time winner like we saw today. We'll see. But nonetheless, short track racing should be exciting for sure.
We'll see what happens. The only things I remember from last year, 2 things. The ticker not working, which was my fault, and a lot of self-spins on the racetrack, which weren't my fault. Yeah. Throwback race, a week from tonight, from North Wilkesboro. Until then, for our producers, Zach Johnson, Sean Butler, and Kevin McAdams, alongside with me, I'm Jacob Pitts. Thanks for Traction, to sponsoring the league. Alex Daigle for sponsoring this race for the 4th year in a row. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week from North Wilkesboro. Good night.